Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and we know what that means. It's our favorite time of the week, weekly purchases, where we find out what came through the door via Amazon, via the mailman, via UPS, via DHL, via my dad, via whoever else out there. But typically these last few weeks, and this week's going to continue, what did I find out in the stores? As you guys all know, resets are going on. New items at Target and Walmart every single day, it seems like. This is the time of the year where you leave eBay, you leave Mercari alone, and you focus on the stores. And that's exactly what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. Gosh, almost a month now at this point. I'm thinking next week might be the end of it, depending on how things line up, but we'll see. We still got a few things out there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my figure hunt videos. Trying to document what's out there for you guys. This week, I took a 15-hour day trip to Illinois for work, hit a bunch of stores along the way on the way back. I also went to Minnesota on the way up and the way back. And then next week's figure hunt video, we're going to have some more Minnesota footage. I had to go back to Minnesota. So getting a lot of traveling in lately, you know, for what it is, but at least I can hit some stores and see what else is out there. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but I always think I have it pretty good in my area. I know my area. I know how it works. You go to different areas, you see different peg warmers, you see different things. Well, I went to Illinois, as you saw in that video. That's pretty tough times. I won't take my area for granted, as boy, it was rough finding little of anything of note in those areas. So it is what it is. There's some places that just, I think people buy stuff so quick, you never really see it out there. And I think that was maybe the case there. But anyways, moving on from that, enjoy the action figure hunts. Hopefully you guys do too. Last week we had a giveaway. We had a couple of giveaways. I had a Twitter giveaway, so that was given out this week. Hopefully you're following along on Twitter. Congratulations to the winner. And then this week, later in the show, I will be giving away the Young Bucks. So stay tuned. Hopefully you guys entered in that one. So the Young Bucks will be given away a little bit later. So that's there. Getting into a little bit of news this week. They announced if the Sentinel, the Hasbro Labs Sentinel, gets back to 16,000, they're going to throw in another head. You guys, I've talked about it a few times. I'm all in on this Sentinel. We got 1 week left to back the Sentinel. Friday the 24th, whatever next Friday is the end. No more pre-orders allowed. If you're on the fence, pull the trigger. This is going to be a grail item and one that is going to be very expensive and hard to get down the line. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm waiting almost to the last minute. Thursday, I'm going to make my Sentinel decision. How many do I need? Right now, I'm thinking 3, but I possibly may need 5. I don't know. It's between 3 and 5, somewhere in there. I got to figure it out. I got to let the judge, Gary Busey, he's going to decide for me. He's going to crack down his verdict and let me know. And maybe I'll let you guys know, or maybe we'll play the long game together, and I'll let everybody know in a year when it comes out. I don't know. But if you're thinking about backing the Sentinel, please back it. Get on that thing, especially with 16,000. Just like, I don't know, 600 to go or whatever to get that extra head. That's going to be well worth it, that's for sure. Another favorite conversation of ours that we love to talk about each week is turtle anxiety. I've trademarked that so nobody else can use it, but it is turtle anxiety, that's for sure. Last week I showed that Loot Crate one. I sold that thing for $150, just like that. Great. It funded the rest of the purchases, so that's a little tool we talked about last week. But this week, the April O'Neil Foot Soldier 2-pack for Target started hitting the streets. I didn't see that anywhere. But then it did go up online for order. Well, it went up for online. I was in the midst of a meeting, so I missed it. However, my wife, Angie, saved the day, swooped in with that Target app. She had the alert set, and what do you know? She sent me a text, "Hey, Kyle, I got that for you." What a great wife. What a fig hunting moment. She stepped in, swooped in when I was down for the count in a meeting and unable to pull the trigger. She did it for me, so thank you, my wife, Angie. And then more turtle anxiety. That Super Shredder that I had the fiasco with last week in weekly purchases went back up for pre-order on Friday via the NECA site with cheaper shipping, even better. So I did get in on that. I got Super Shredder coming, so I feel really good about turtles as of right now. I'm not really sweating it as much as I have been with the turtle anxiety. It's put to the side for the moment until we get more releases, which you know are coming soon. They always do. Some good news finally. Super 7 announced on a Twitter, Instagram post that the Thundercats Series 1 are due any day now, which means probably a week or 2 weeks from us backers should be able to get it. I think I looked back. I think I pre-ordered those Thundercats like May of 2019. It's been more than a year since I gave my money for those figures. I've also pre-ordered Series 2 and Series 3 from Super 7. Also the King Diamond, the New Japan figures, you name it. A lot of stuff I have on pre-order from Super 7. It just takes over a year to get those figures out. It is what it is. It's a little bit frustrating. I always say, when I buy from Super 7, for now on, I've been going to Big Bad Toy Store, as you do not have to pay for the product until it ships to you. I like that a lot more than somebody sitting on my money for over a year, gaining interest I could be getting, and so forth. But speaking of Super 7, New Japan Pro Wrestling Series 1, sounds like those figures are delayed even more. I think they're supposed to be out at the end of 2020. I think it's going to be early 2021 now by the sounds of things. Pretty disappointing there. What do you do, though? You can't control it, I guess. I mean, I don't know what they're doing to try to control it, but there's delays on everything, but it just really sucks. I mean, Super 7 should almost just say, here's what we think it's going to ship, and then we'll add 4 months to that and tell people that, and then ship it early. That's what I would do if I was Super 7, kind of get some of that bad feed out of there. And then as we keep talking Super 7, I got a few questions this week, too, about the new reaction figures of Slayer. You guys, and I know a lot of you guys out there are heavy metal guys like myself, I love me some Slayer. I love Kerry King. I love Tom. I love Dave. I love Jeff Hanneman. I love Gary Holt. I love everybody in Slayer. However, I am passing on these reaction figures. They're cool for what they are. I don't really like the reaction figures. It's not the scale I want. It's not the style I want. They look a lot like the 70s Star Wars figures, what they always remind me of. Cool for what it is. Cool if that's what you're into. But it's not for me. I'm passing. And also, there is 4 members of Slayer, not 3, so why would I get a 3-pack of Slayer? That doesn't make any sense. But I do buy the Motorhead reaction figures. As you guys have seen in some of my videos, I do buy the Motorhead ones. I try to keep some kind of limits on myself, and that's one. However, if Super 7 does do ultimates of Slayer, Motorhead, Ghost, you name it, I'm all in for those, like I am the King Diamond. So I would love to have a whole line of heavy metal action figures in the ultimate scale. I think that would be the coolest thing ever for a metalhead like myself, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there. So hopefully Super 7's working on that. I do have a strong feeling they are working on that, so more to come for sure. We also saw this week from Storm Collectibles, who make awesome figures. They announced another Jushin Thunder Liger. Not a lot of difference, I thought, from the original Liger on this one. Just a few little paint changes. I guess this is Liger kind of at the end of his career. But, he wears a mask, so he looks the same kind of either way. But that's coming out. I don't think they announced where you can buy it from or a release date yet, but it is coming fairly soon if they're showing pictures. That is another must-have. I'll have to get that Liger. Those are a little hefty price point, but boy, they're worth it if you've never got in on the Super 7. Storm Collectibles. They had a lot of Hulk Hogans. I mean, they've had like 7 or 8 different Hulk Hogans. I got all of those, as you guys know. Those are great, great figures as well. So, a little of that coming from Storm. I hope Storm branches out and gets the Ultimo Dragon would be awesome, and a few others down the line. So we'll see what that goes. And then Marvel Legends. Big announcements this week. Kind of stuff that just pops in. I love Marvel Legends. I love how they announce stuff, and then like a month later you start finding them in stores. There's none of that long anticipation game. I think they do a great job with the Marvel Legends team announcing all the new items. And this week they announced the new Monster Venom, I guess basically movie Venom, plus a wave with the Spider-Man Maximum Venom. And then Morbius. I don't know if that's the Morbius from the upcoming movie or what that Morbius is exactly, but it's some of the symbiotes with Carnage and Ghost Spider and Miles Morales Venomized. And then the Venom. And then it's building the monster Deadpool, kind of the hulking big Deadpool. A lot of reuse of parts, but pretty cool. I don't necessarily have a Deadpool collection, but I have a Deadpool collection because I've been getting every Marvel Legends figure, so I do have a Deadpool collection, but this is a big one to add to your Marvel collection. It's going to be a monster-sized Venom. I thought that was a pretty cool deal, that's for sure. So that should be coming out before you know it. And then we got another announcement. Iron Man will be the new exclusive again. I mean, he was 2 exclusives ago at Walgreens. So Iron Man Fall, the Centurion Iron Man. I don't really keep track of all my Iron Man suits, but I love Walgreens exclusive. It's another outlet. It's just very frustrating trying to find these sometimes. As we're videotaping here, I still have not found that Moon Knight. I don't think it's hitting the Des Moines area at all. I was up in Minnesota one of the Walgreens up there. I've always found the exclusives, and I actually didn't find it up there either. So it's got to be coming. I just got to play a little bit longer game. I'll get that Moon Knight, but Iron Man will be the one that takes its place here in the next couple of months. So a lot of stuff going on with Marvel. As usual, they're pumping stuff out. Like I said, I got to get that Sentinel, got to get this Monster Wave, going to have to get that Iron Man, and I got to find that Moon Knight, the most pressing, and I will. I will find it one of these days here soon. We also saw Ringside Collectibles on Friday announce pre-orders for Elite 81. So if you're looking at that, looking like shipping around Thanksgiving time somewhere, Mae Young will be the Walmart Chase exclusive, and you can get Mae Young on there. Take some of that Mae Young anxiety. Oh, man. Hey, there you go. Trying to get that off the books. Pre-order 81. I had to do it. You know, it's crazy. Why do I pre-order these wrestling figures when you guys see my videos? I find everything in the store. I just want it right away. I want to be guaranteed. I'm always scared of that Harley race situation where something will happen. I won't get Harley. I won't get somebody, and then what am I going to do? It's probably all for naught. It's probably dumb of me, but I do it. I pre-order through Ringside. It's nice to get your figures early. You don't have to pay very much more than store. It's just a nice comfort zone for me. And for you guys out there, you guys paying gas and all that stuff. I'm fortunate I have a company vehicle. I don't pay gas and stuff like that. I mean, it's a no-brainer if you have to pay your own gas and you got time. I mean, I don't have time to hunt, but I love to do it. It's a hobby of mine. It's been a hobby for a long, long time. That's why I do it. But I really recommend probably ordering from Ringside or an online outlet, that's for sure, to get your figures. So there it is, Elite 81 coming soon. And now it is giveaway time. Who was the lucky YouTuber that commented and followed all the instructions on last week's video? And it was Steven Kozak. Here's his little picture. Steven, thank you for commenting and following the rules and getting it done. Hit me up on social media, as you guys all know, at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. All you guys follow me. A lot of good stuff. A lot of the figure hunting stuff I show up there. Pictures of crazy stuff, crazy discount stuff. You name it. A lot of different figures talk on there. But Steven Kozak, please hit me up on one of those and shoot me your address, and I'll get those young bucks out ASAP, which is really the same day or the next day. I'm a professional shipper. I ship the day of or the next day, whatever it is. I know how it is. I want my stuff right away, and I'm sure you guys do too. So I will get that out to you. And thank you, everybody, for subscribing to the channel. We got 2,000 subscribers. We passed 1,000 on Twitter. We started this, I think, about 4 months ago, this YouTube channel. So 4 months, 2,000 subscribers. I call that pretty good. We'll keep growing. We'll keep doing stuff. We'll do some more giveaways. Spread the love of the channel, forward it, share it, whatever you got to do out there. But we'll have a lot more giveaways here in the future. We'll see what I can come up with, that's for sure. And then finally, we've got the album of the week. What was I listening to this week? And it was a sad, sad week. We'll talk about two. We're going to have first time ever 2 albums of the week. And that first one being Strangers in the Night by UFO, one of the greatest live albums of all time. I've listened to this thing 1,000,000 times in my life. I love the whole band, Michael Schenker, Andy Parker, Phil Mogg, Paul Raymond, but then especially Pete Way, the bassist. And Pete Way died this week, which really sucks. A lot of people are surprised he lived this long the way he lived. Got a great book out there. I read it. Check out Pete Way's book if you're into UFO. But Pete Way died this week, so Strangers in the Night in honor of Pete Way. And then today, right before I was filming late Friday here, Frankie Banali of Quiet Riot died. I know some people don't like Quiet Riot a lot. I do love Quiet Riot. Metal Health being the other album of the week. As a small kid, I remember that was the first memories of heavy metal for me, is my dad playing Quiet Riot in the car as we were traveling. We had a cassette tape. I absolutely love Quiet Riot. It always brings me back to that time. Simpler times. The Quiet Riot did a lot of Slade songs. I don't know if any of you guys are out there into Slade. Slade I got into later in life. They're a UK band, but that's where Quiet Riot got all their hits from, the band called Slade. So a little fact there if you didn't know. Check out Slade, but really check out Quiet Riot. Poor Frankie fought hard on his cancer battle, was still playing basically to the end. So you got to give that guy some massive props. So there it is. Albums of the week, Strangers in the Night, UFO, I can't strongly recommend that one enough, and then Metal Health by Quiet Riot. So there it is, a lot of news. Let's get into our favorite part, though, the weekly purchases. All right, guys, let's jump into the weekly purchases, our favorite part of the show. And like I said at the beginning of the episode here, been a lot of stuff via the stores, and I do love that. I prefer buying at the stores. Obviously, you're not going to be able to go back and buy your Jax figures at the store these days, outside of a hobby shop if you're lucky, and that's few and far between in my area that I know of. But stores are plentiful. Stores are filling. They're every single day. Not much more I'm looking for at the stores as of right now. There's a few Marvel Legends movie figures trickling out. Moon Knight, of course, with Walgreens. Also looking for that next set of G.I. Joe. I have them pre-ordered from Amazon, but we'll see. I usually find them in the stores first, cancel that pre-order. But not a ton of stuff, but still enough things. Looking for that unpunched set of Masters of the Universe figures. Got to get those still. I see those big displays coming soon, so we'll see. But follow along on my Action Hunt videos, Figure Hunter videos, and see what's out there too. But this week, a major anxiety was lifted. One of the biggest anxieties outside of turtle anxiety that's happened in a really long time. G.I. Joe anxiety. Dun dun. Anyways, here it is. Looky here. The old Baroness and motorcycle, Cobra Island, Target exclusive. Got my opener, got my one to keep in the box. I can die a happy man now with the Baroness in my life. As you guys know, the Cobra Island figures, we've talked about it before, a major mess up by Target. A major mess up by Hasbro. When does it go on sale? It's not on sale. It is on sale. It's street dated. Can't find them. Everybody trickled out over the last few weeks except the Baroness. Nowhere to be found was the Baroness. And then, out of the blue, it's one of those mornings you wake up thinking I'm not going to have the Baroness today. I don't know what's the day's going to bring me, but I wouldn't think Baroness is going to be here. You check Pop Finder like you do normally every morning, and there it is. There's the Baroness. She's at Mills Civic. My buddy Gabe Thompson shot me a message, said, hey, he's at Mills Civic. Apparently the Mills Civic Target, some guy called, said, hey, you have those. I want the whole case. And they saved that case for that guy behind the desk. I mean, come on. It's figure hunting. It's not calling on the phone and reserving stuff. I don't do that. I won't do that. That takes so much fun out of it. Pop Finder and Brickseat take a little bit of fun out of it. Take a lot of fun out of it, actually. I like the thrill of the hunt and the surprise. But if you can get a leg up and know that the product's at least in the building, you feel much better. So anyways, I'm not going to call and reserve anything like that guy did. That's for sure. But then it was crazy. So the Urbandale, right by where I live, there's a Target. And I checked the Pop Finder, nothing. 5 minutes later, I checked it again. They had one left. So within that 5 minutes, they got scanned into Target, 4 sold. The one, I went in there, I popped in, it's 2 minutes from my house, nowhere to be found, nobody knew anything about it. So I don't know what happened there, but I've never seen anything, be it wrestling, Marvel, you name it. I've never seen anything in 5 minutes show in stock to out of stock that quick. That's how hot this Baroness figure is. You know, this thing sells for hundreds of dollars on eBay. I could have easily flipped these right away and made some serious money. I probably should have. What am I thinking? But I don't do that. I need these for me, and I'm scared down the line I won't find these. But I guarantee you, a month from now, you'll see these on display. These will be hanging around. They'll be like Squirrel Girl. We'll see them everywhere. That's just the way it goes. And then when they're gone, and then they'll be worth a lot again. But everybody wants them right away. I am so guilty of that myself. But I'm not gonna pay scalper price. I'm gonna find it. And interesting story. Playing the intel, working the team. You know, the superhero team-up team of Waylon Jennings, of course. Can't forget Waylon. And then David C. Anderson back in the game, back in the figure hunting. David C. Anderson back. Good to have him full-time back on the team, out hunting some stores. I gave him the hot intel. He was coming in hot around this Target. He wasn't far from it. He got the number, went in there, asked the lady, they scanned it. He had to fight a couple of guys. He had to punch a kid in the nose, but he got these two for me. And I appreciate it, David C. Anderson. You're going to hear his name, I believe, again later in the show. We got the triple threat of the Iowa guys looking for stuff for each other, hooking each other up. And I found some stuff for David C. Anderson this week, so I repaid the favor and found a few things as he's back on the hunt. So very, very happy to have the Baroness. You guys know how much I love G.I. Joe, so great to have these in here. They're obviously in a great home. That is for sure. And then, you guys remember my Kazoo trials and tribulations in the Pro Wrestling box crate? Couldn't figure it out. Now I'm a Kazoo expert. I've been practicing an hour every day. And that Kazoo means only one thing. We have completed another collection. So I completed the LJN collection a few weeks back. Well, I completed another one, a slow burn collection, And we completed it with this Abyss figure right here. Jack's Ruthless Aggression style Abyss. This completes the TNA Ruthless Aggression style figures lineup. I have every single one now for the TNA. Still working on the WWE figures. Getting closer and closer every day. But like I always say, it's getting harder and harder to find the stuff I need at the right price or right condition. But I did get this Abyss in great shape. That is complete. Absolutely love having things finished off. It's a good feeling crossing that off your collection list. I'm sure you guys do it as well. And then, hey, let's grab this Kazoo again. There it is. We completed another collection today. I was playing the long game on. A deal finally came through for some minty ones, and I pulled the trigger. This is the third time in my life I've owned these. Hopefully the last until I die and my wife gets to sell everything. I have completed the Classic Superstars Ring Giants collection. Had the Ultimate Warrior. There's 3 in the Classic set. Roddy Piper, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and then, of course, the Warrior. I also count the Hulk Hogan. Cheap plug for my Jack's Classic Superstars video every single Tuesday for about a year. We're only up to Series 9. We'll have Series 10 this week. We got a long ways to go. We will do an episode on the Ring Giants. I do include the Hulk Hogan Ring Giant. We'll talk about that in that video 6 months from now when I get to it, probably. We've got a long way to go, but I hope you guys, I know a lot of people are enjoying the Classic Superstars. A lot of people like me that love that line. It's fun to go back and look at it again. And a lot of people learning about the line for the first time. So very fun. Tell your friends. Share those videos. And welcome Ring Giant Roddy Piper and Ted DiBiase. As you guys know, they have went to a good home. That is for sure. So let's keep this ball rolling. We got a lot of stuff today. A lot of stuff from in stores. Those, I found a screaming deal online. Had to get them. But how about back to G.I. Joe? Why wouldn't we? Storm Shadow. This is not, as you guys follow me on social media, this is the Storm Shadow we deserved in 2020. It's been a rough year. We all want Storm Shadow. He's a staple, a pillar of the Cobra G.I. Joe collection. Unfortunately, for reasons I don't know, I wish I was on the marketing team for G.I. Joe. I've said about before, I could be a great fixture on that team or a wrestling team. Hook me up, get me a job, let me get my resume over. This is not the Storm Shadow that people wanted. I want this sometime, but this shouldn't be your first Storm Shadow. It's got to be the heavy hitter Storm Shadow, or at least a close variant to that Storm Shadow. Not like the Ninja Force version of Arctic Storm Shadow, which was way late in the original line. I had it. I loved it. I like it. It's something different. But we need that classic heavy hitter Storm Shadow. I know we're going to get that one. These were Amazon exclusives. They were supposed to ship, I think, in October. And then all of a sudden, Thursday, I got a notice. It's shipping on Friday. Can't complain, can't argue with that, I'll take it, but not the Storm Shadow we wanted, but the Storm Shadow we deserved. There's Storm Shadow, a very cool figure though. Still cool for what it is if you take a step back and you don't get so upset about the original Storm Shadow figure. I do like this, very happy to have this off the list. One to open, one to keep in my Min-On box collection, so Storm Shadow came through the door. Now we got another one. I don't know if anybody else has found this out there. I think my social media posts, I'm not the biggest in this line that I'm down in the weeds like I am with wrestling and G.I. Joe and stuff. But I had not seen anybody getting this yet. And I got the hot tip from our boy. There it is. First we'll talk about what it is. It's Alpha and Zordon, the Power Ranger 2-pack. As you guys know, I only collect the OG first series of Power Ranger figures. And that's what this is. Walmart exclusive Power Rangers. Maybe I'll unbox this. I don't know if there's any interest in an unboxing of Power Rangers on my channel. You know, I do Star Wars unboxings from time to time. I do Marvel Legends. I do everything else. Maybe I'll do this Power Ranger. I have a few other Power Rangers I just haven't even got to opening yet. But got the hot assist from our boy Waylon Jennings, an old favorite. I get a lot of fan mail that I have to send on to Waylon Jennings. He is that popular. Heck of a country artist. Heck of a recording artist. Heck of an outlaw. Heck of a figure hunter. Waylon Jennings. He gave me the hot tip Friday night, said, hey, Kyle, they have the 2-pack here. I said, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. And I was actually just driving by that store. I was in the area. It was figure fate I was in the area. I hustled in. There was 3 of these on the shelf. Walmart exclusive. I don't know how rare they're going to end up being. Typical Walmart, typical Target. I think people pre-order these, and I haven't heard of anybody getting their pre-order yet. It's just nothing worse than pre-ordering something and then it going to the stores before you have a chance to get it in the mail. Pre-order means you should get it first, but that's not the case. That's not how Walmart and Target seem to work. But got this one. I guess leave me a comment. If you want me to unbox this, I will, or I'll play the long game and unbox it when I don't got anything else going on that day to do as a little filler video, I guess. So there it is. And then, what's this for? Kazoo. I'm just a Kazoo expert. I might take this show on the road here, maybe in the fall and winter when the weather goes bad. I might just take a cross-country Kazoo trip, and you guys can join me, and we'll do an album together. It'd be great. But this week, I finished my LJN collection a few weeks back. I got everything, and I said in that video, I believe, I'll work on the variants over time. I got all the core stuff. The little variants, as they come, I'll get them, whatever. But there is one big variant that was kind of haunting me, but I knew I'd get to it. And then yesterday, I got a call, got a screaming deal, and I finally got Corporal Kirshner, Bearded Edition. So the Beard one is kind of the hardest of the three, I guess. There's not a lot of big Corporal Kirshner fans out there, but this Beard one I had not come across yet. I got a screaming deal of $10 on the Corporal from a local store here in town. So now I can put the Corporal collection to rest. There he is. We got the bearded version, we got the unbearded, and we got the stubble version. We got all three of them now. I'm extremely happy to have him in my collection. Really, the only other variant that really means anything in the LJN line to me that I don't have, and I passed it up a while back, I probably shouldn't have, is Brian Blair, the Killer Bees, with just yellow trunks instead of the bee-striped trunks. Maybe I'll play the long game and get that. We'll see down the line. But Corp Kirshner and the Beard, that's a heavy hitter. I'm happy to have that. And for $10, deal of the day, gotta get a deal. David C. Anderson, my old buddy, always says I need to get a t-shirt. Says gotta get a deal, because I gotta get a deal. I will haggle over a quarter, because that quarter could go towards another figure. Don't waste your money. Save as much as you can and get as many figures as you can. Most bang for your buck. Gotta get a deal. That's it. So there we go. Amazon coming through this week. There it is. Becky Lynch Ultimate Edition. You guys know I think I unboxed these a couple months ago. I always get the first one from Ringside just to make sure I got it. And then I play the long game, wait for a deal on Amazon or wherever, and I get one to keep in the box, and that's what I did. I got Becky Lynch to stay in the box. Now I just need John Cena. And we're seeing John Cena go on eBay for $300 now. Unbelievable. It's kind of the Brock Lesnar, Shawn Michaels situation. I think there's just always a little gap there before the second fill. And I think that's what we're seeing. So if people were a little more patient, I'm being patient. I'm not paying $300 for any John Cena figure. I will buy that one on Amazon when it comes down the line here soon. Play the long game. Don't give in to that $300 price point, that's for sure. And now we're back to the David C. Anderson show. David C. Anderson, I need to get a cool logo. He's, a great guy, David Anderson. But not quite as Waylon Jennings-esque. He doesn't got the fun Waylon name, and there's not a cool picture I can throw up of David C. Anderson. So David and I will work on that. Maybe we'll get a picture. But David hooked me up with Classy Freddie Blassie. The SummerSlam set has been pretty non-existent in my area. A couple cases here and there at Walmart, primarily Target, but we all know Blassie's only at Walmart. So I got to think in the next couple of weeks we'll see a lot of Blassies in my area. But David was doing a deal with somebody and picked this up for me out of the kindness of his heart, hooked me up and got me the Freddie Blassie. Luckily I'm an opener on this one because this is the COVID-19 Freddie Blassie edition. I think Freddie's over 100, so he can't be too safe with COVID. So he's got to have his collar up over his mouth. Have to do that, but I will be opening this up so I can fix that. But happy to have Freddie Blassie anxiety. Love Freddie Blassie. I'll probably do an unboxing on this. Maybe we'll compare it to the Jax Freddie Blassie, the LJN Freddie Blassie. We'll have a little comparison video. But an amazing head sculpt on this one. One of the best. I know a lot of younger people don't know or care about Freddie Blassie, but I love Freddie Blassie. So I'm very happy to have that off. Thank you, David C. Anderson. And then David C. Anderson finally got me this. He found this just randomly in the store. The Chase Greg Valentine from the Legends set. So, strangely enough, I had 2 of these ordered from Target, hoping I would get the Chase. I found numerous non-Chases in the store, but haven't found the Chase yet. Well, this week, my order got canceled for my Greg Valentines from Target. So, what good is a pre-order if it gets canceled? I don't know. But then David just happened to stumble upon this for me. Got me this Greg Valentine. So now I'm complete on that set as well. Should probably do the little kazoo. I need to find a new kazoo song. But I'll work on that. Lemmy's offended. Lemmy's down here on the floor. He is slowly walking away out the door. He's had enough of my kazoo playing. maybe we'll wait on that tour. I'll practice a little bit more. But David, thank you for Greg Valentine. And then, now this week, you guys saw my figure hunting video, Coralville, Iowa, about an hour and a half from where I live, right off the interstate. I popped in saying, "Al, this has been a dog of a day. I haven't found anything." On the way home, I popped in to hit a bathroom break, grab a monster for that last hour and a half on the road. And what did I see for the first time? The new Star Wars Black Series set. I couldn't believe it. I had, just like the Power Rangers, I hadn't seen anybody really finding these in stores yet. I don't know if I was first. I don't keep my ears to the Star Wars ground. Power Rangers, Star Wars are right after Marvel Legends, wrestling, and stuff for me, music stuff. But I did get this Black Series, so I was pretty excited to see these on the shelf. Got all of them. Of course, one was missing. Who was that? The Mandalorian. Mandalorian anxiety, taking it to the next level. I never found that original Mandalorian in the store. As much as I'm in stores, I never found that. I couldn't believe it. I got it off Amazon, which I still got it, but I like to complete and find it in the store, that's for sure. So that Mandalorian, I still need that one, of course. They did have Darth Vader, which I don't need another Darth Vader. They had another Luke X-Wing pilot. I already had that from a different series, so I didn't need that. I just got the ones that were new. I did get this Star Wars Rebel. I pre-ordered Ezra from GameStop. As you guys know, this is released with a better head scan. I got the whole set. This is the only one that came in. I do not understand that at all. Very, very strange. They called me and said, "This is in." I said, "Where's the rest?" "Oh, we don't know." But all the other GameStops apparently got all of them. So I don't know what's going to happen with me on there. I might have to cancel my orders and find them. Imperial Stormtrooper, the classic Stormtrooper look from the Mandalorian show. I think this will be a hot one. A lot of army builders will be after that for sure. And then the jewel, which now I'm seeing is the peg warmer of this set, which is absolutely ridiculous. Admiral Ackbar, one of my all-time favorite characters of movie. It's a trap, of course we all know it, but I just always loved Admiral Ackbar. My dad and I used to always laugh as a kid when we saw him. Had his old original Star Wars. I've had about every Admiral Ackbar figure I think that's ever been made. I need a big Admiral Ackbar statue in my office. I think that would be really cool, and what a conversation starter that would be. But found the Admiral, a must-have, probably going to be one of my favorite figures of the year, which is funny because it's going to be a peg warmer, but it's what's my favorite, not what's the best seller. So there's Admiral Ackbar. Also got the Clone Trooper that was in the set. So got him. And then finally, our first Black Series Ewok. So very happy to get him. Tebow. There he is. But, Wicket's the one everybody wants. We're all waiting for our Wicket. That is for sure. How about we go back to David C. Anderson. Back when Mr. T went up for sale, San Diego Comic-Con Mr. T, I needed 2. Well, they were limiting to 1, so I had to hit the old message to old David C. Anderson. "David, I need your help. Get me a Mr. T." So he got me a Mr. T, and I finally got that from him as he got it in the mail. Funny thing is, now David got a Mr. T this week as well. He's back in the collecting game. He got one. He could have took this one, but he said, "No, I'll give it to my buddy Kyle. I made a promise, and I honor my promises, as I do as well." So, David, thank you for the other Mr. T. I got to do a Mr. T unboxing here shortly to see what that is, as I haven't opened mine yet. I was going to see which one's in better shape. Then, back to Waylon Jennings. We're just bouncing around all the heavy hitters in town. Waylon, when he called me about that Power Ranger, he said, "Oh yeah, also there's a new Marvel Legend I haven't seen before." So I immediately was intrigued by that and went there. There is the movie Cable figure from the Deadpool movie. Awesome. I had not seen anybody finding this one in the stores yet. I think I was one of the first. I don't know, but I had not seen that anywhere. I did not know they were out. The one thing of note about these, $25 price point, $5 more than your typical Marvel Legend. I think that's a sign of things to come, unfortunately. I think we're going to see some more prices going up on a lot of our figures we love. Going to make some of us out there make some decisions like, hey, do I need all these or what? So that's my hunch and my guess, things to come in the future. But very cool to get this Cable. Definitely we'll have to do an unboxing on him. I loved Cable. I loved early 90s X-Force with Cable. That was my prime comic book reading time of my life. So had to have that, and I had to have the movie figures. Got to get it all, Got to get a deal. Got to get it all. Turtle anxiety. See you later. There's a lot of catchphrases on this show these days. Anyways, back to Star Wars. Went to GameStop, and they actually had Obi-Wan and Kit Fisto hanging tight. I got the rest of the line I needed a couple of weeks back. Well, they had these, and I said, "Oh, better complete these." So I got these two this week as well. A lot of Star Wars. I've seen the video performance. Star Wars not the best video performance on my videos. I don't think a lot of us are Star Wars fans here. Admittedly, it's probably my third or fourth line. People ask me, Kyle, if you had to stop collecting, what would it be? It would probably be Star Wars. I do love Star Wars figures. I love Star Wars, but I'm more invested in Marvel Legends. I'm more invested in wrestling, that kind of stuff, heavy metal stuff like that. But I do love Star Wars. Not sure a lot of you guys out there do, but maybe I'll just do a giant unboxing and get it all over with all in one fell swoop. I don't know. And then the last Star Wars, I did come across at a different GameStop, Star Wars Rebels Chopper. Kind of the Star Wars Rebels answer to R2-D2, I guess. I'm actually working on watching Star Wars Rebels finally. I'd never watched it back in the day. I've never really had time, but I've been piecing it together with my kids whenever they want to spare a minute to watch TV instead of being on their iPads. We've been doing that. Let's see. We got a couple things left. Just a couple things. We're almost done. It's been a busy week of store finding. This week, I had zero plans on doing it, but I ended up pulling the trigger. I found it out in the store. I said, I'm not buying these. There's no way I'm buying these. And then you see a whole shipper display of them, fresh. You know how it is. You can't pass it up, especially me being me. How about some G.I. Joe 3 of 3/4? You know, I love 6-inch figures. I'm all in 6-inch. I don't really want 3 and 3/4, but there's only 3 in this set. Got the Baroness. We got Storm Shadow. And we got Snake Eyes. They're about $12 each at Walmart exclusive. Once again, people that pre-ordered have not got them, but now they're in the stores. Very disappointing. Picked them up. There's Snake Eyes. I'm going to do a video on these probably. I will compare these to the 25th anniversary. Everybody says, oh, they're repaints of the 25th anniversary with different packaging. Let's figure it out once and for all. We'll do a little comparison video. But there's Snake Eyes, like I said. You got Storm Shadow right there. And then the Baroness. Only 3 in this set. I like it because it's, $40 for 3 figures. That's okay. I'm going to leave these in the package. I'll put these in my G.I. Joe room, that's for sure. We'll see where this line goes. It shows Scarlet. It shows Roadblock. It shows Destro. I'm guessing that's Series 2. So more to come with them. We'll just see. The one thing I do like, old school file cards. That's my biggest gripe with the new G.I. Joe figures. They got file cards in 4 different languages on the back here. Do that with the new Joes. I don't want to go online and figure it out. Give me it to me right here. So there it is. There's the new G.I. Joe Retro Wave. Got that off the books. Didn't even know it was going to come out. Picked it up. Got the whole set. You got to love that as a collector. Getting it all done at once. It's not, I'm trying to find that Baroness. It's all done and over with. So, all right. We're down to one left. And it's an interesting one. It's one I've played the longest of long games on. One that's been a missing piece of my Marvel Legends collection. One I've admired from afar, never pulled the trigger on, and I finally got it, kind of. So let's explain. We'll get it out here. Marvel Legends, Build-A-Figure, Fang Foom. There he is in all of his glory. One of the jewels of the Build-A-Figure line. One of the hardest and heaviest of hitters of the Build-A-Figure line. I first was aware of Fang Foom way back in the animated series of Iron Man. I had his old toy from Toy Biz back in the day. Well, this is the Marvel Legends version. Quick story, I was not collecting Marvel Legends like I collect Marvel Legends now. When this originally came out, I was more of a picker and a chooser. Didn't need all of them, wasn't a completist. Well, times have changed. But back then, I really wanted this one, but I wasn't going to buy all the figures to build it. Passed on it. This thing got up to $400 and some. Just an awesome, I love giant figures. I love masked wrestlers. I love wrestlers in face paint. And I also love big Build-A-Figures. The bigger, the better, the cooler. That's why I love the Sentinel so much. It's like a Build-A-Figure. But very cool. Some of you guys probably don't know what a Build-A-Figure is. Most of you probably do. But a Build-A-Figure, you buy a Wolverine figure, he has an arm in the package. You buy a Captain America, he has the other arm. You buy a Hawkeye, he's got the head in the package. You buy all the figures, you can put this into one figure. So very, very cool concept. I wish more companies would do that. I would love to see Star Wars. I would love to see wrestling do that. Make people buy the entire thing. I think it's a cool concept. I know some people don't like it, but I really do love it. So I got this Fang Foom. So the thing about this Fang Foom is this is a bootleg KO version from China. I couldn't believe, as much trouble as we're all having with the mail right now, I ordered this and got this within 5 days from China. I could not believe it. That was a quick turnaround. They're not messing around shipping over there. But just a little bit over $100. where the original one goes for, you know, $300-400. And this is the best KO knockoff. I don't have one to compare it to, but I've seen the original one. I really can't tell a difference. There's maybe just a little bit of difference in the shading, but not enough to make it a $300 difference. You know, if I was going to sell this one, let's say I wanted to get rid of it, I would list it as a KO. You got to do the right thing. You don't want to screw somebody else over. But very happy to get this. I think it's a really cool centerpiece of a collection. I'm not sure how I'm going to display this yet. As you guys know, I'm working on redisplaying a lot of stuff right now. My stuff is in shambles, moving stuff, building detals, building bookcases, rearranging, doing my once-a-year dusting, stuff like that. There's a lot going on in my figure life. Very busy time, so we'll say. But very happy to have this bad boy off my plate on my long want-to-do list. Really the only Build-A-Figure I was looking for that I didn't have. So very cool. This is basically a week of completion. Completing a lot of little nagging things over time. Finding a lot of great stuff at the store. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you love the video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And please leave me comments. I love hearing what you guys bought this week. Were you working the eBay and the Mercaris of the world, the Facebook groups? Were you out in the trenches, out in the war zone like myself, hitting stores, foot on the ground, traveling around? That's where the real collectors are out shining, that's for sure. You tell me in the comments what's going on. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching. Like I said, we got to 2,000. It's because of you guys. Let's see what we do at 3,000. We'll do another giveaway sometime. Maybe 3,000. Maybe we'll do a giveaway at every 1,000. I don't know. We'll figure it out together. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, as everybody always says. And then until next time, bang your head. Mental health will drive you mad. And I'll see you guys next week.